Okay, hello and welcome to KDHBRTSL Radio. Now, of course, you know what you're listening to, but for any new listeners who somehow are driving through Wyoming, let me tell you what we do here. I'm Bob Jenkins. This is the Rock Hour. We bring you the most premier music in all of Powell, Wyoming, and the surrounding areas. And we ensure that we get the best guests on to talk about their music. We listen to their music. We have a discussion with them about what they're doing. And really, it's just a real fun time here at 2 o'clock in the morning, peak hours for this particular type of radio. So I'm going to play a tune that I'm sure most of you listening, you all know about it. It's one of the most well-respected, most ingenuitive songs which came out of anywhere in the last few years. So I'm going to play it for you, and you enjoy it. We're going to be talking to somebody who was instrumental in making this track, and I'm very, very pleased to tell you about this.
All my life I've been running away from the bombs outside and the voices inside. I don't want to stay this way. Now Brexit. Oh, it means Brexit. Capiche? There is a great pain inside of me. Now I carry a big baggage, too much horror outside. I need to flee. This world has caused me too much damage. I can't write properly. It's too hard and I damage my hands. My work is done so sloppily because I'm going to my hands. Now Brexit means Brexit, capiche? There is a great pain inside of me. I carry a big baggage, too much horror outside. I need to flee. The world has caused me too much damage. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Good night.
Well, that right there was the greatest song I've ever heard. Might be a little bit hyperbolic, but I don't know. It was, of course, The Great Pain Inside, parentheses, and Outside, by the fantastic band, which sadly is no longer recording music, Dyspraxics. Now, the guy singing there, you know him well. Well, you might know of his political leanings. You might know of his outside work, his solo work. It's very, very interesting. And here to talk about all that is himself, the man himself, James Dudley Woolworth, also known as Woolly Jim. He's joining us here live from his home in St. Helens, all the way over in England.
Hello, can you hear me? Is this thing on? Is the phone working?
Yes, it is working, Jim. We can hear you.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. So it's great to be here on the show, John. Is your name John, or is it Johnny?
No, Wooly,
remember.
my name is Bob Jenkins. You're live with me, Bob Jenkins, on KDHBRTSL Radio, here live in Powell, Wyoming. So, should I call you Wooly? Should I call you Jim? Should I call you James? What should I call you?
I don't really care what you call me. Just call me Wooly or Jim or maybe even Little Jimbo. But don't call me James. Only my mother's allowed to call me James. So yes, Jim, probably.
Okay, Jim, good to have you on the show. And as all of our listeners are probably very much well aware, you were the frontman for Dyspraxics, a fantastic band which really took the world by storm a few years ago in 2018. So you were the front for them. You were their lead vocalist, and you were really the face of Dyspraxics, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I was very well respected member of the community, as you know, very well. The music community all very much liked me. Well, I mean, they didn't really, but anyway, the important thing was, yes, I was the front man, but there was Jesse, there was Jimmy, not me, Jimmy Five Tones, and there was a couple of other people who I can't remember the names of. I don't know whether that was down to me being drunk or other things, or them just not being very good. But Jessie she is a very talented musician. Jimmy, very talented himself. Was his name 1 or 5? I can't remember. I think he went off the rails and something bad happened to him, but I haven't really been keeping up to a date. Anyway, yes, we were a band. We were founded in like 2015. Very interesting story about that, but I'm sure you've read about that in my autobiography, which I'll be promoting on this program. So yes, basically, yeah, that's exactly who I am. I'm Wooly Jim from Dyspraxics. And is there anything else you'd like to talk to me about other than the music?
Well, this is a music program, Jim. We'd like to talk about the inspiration behind the great pain inside and outside. Are you trying to say something about the undying pain that lies within you every single time that you go to write because of your inability to do so thanks to your disability?
Oh, well, I guess so. That's what the critics used to say, and that's why we were such a smash hit. But really, I didn't write the lyrics. Jessie wrote the lyrics, and I think really what she was trying to say through that was, we have no ideas, let's throw everything at a wall and see what sticks. And everything that hit that wall stuck, and it was very, very good.
So you're saying that there wasn't a deeper meaning behind your music? There was nothing more there than just a attempt at making something fun?
Well, you see there, Bob, I think that having a little bit of fun is enough meaning to itself. You know, that's what Dyspraxics was. It was a little bit of fun that didn't last too long. It could have lasted a little bit longer if we wanted it to, but we didn't in the end. We all went our separate ways. I went down the more loopy route, and Jessie went down a more serious route, and Jimmy sort of went a little bit crazy. But you know, the main takeaway that I take away from Dyspraxics is that we had fun times. We recorded a couple of songs, and we made a little bit of money on the side. We make a lot of people happy. So I think that is enough to itself.
Well, that is quite an inspiring thing to say there, Jim. But you didn't just do music. You didn't just make music within Dyspraxics. You, as you just said, you went on and you had a solo career, just on your own, just you. Well, no, what was that about? What were you trying to explore in your music?
Oh, well, in my music, what I used to do, when it was just me, Wooly Jim solo project, so we did a few things. We did an untitled Wooly Jim project. That was a good one. Really like that. And there was Shades of Wool. Now, that wasn't really a solo thing. It was just me collaborating with a couple of old friends. Birkenhead Barry, who's a good lad. The Whiston Gospel Choir. Now, they are a fantastic group of performers, and I was really honoured to work alongside them. And the Gnome. I was so happy that the Gnome, who collaborated on our old track, Gnome Eviction Notice, which again was a bit of fun as well. He came back and he helped me out with that, and it was a really good time that we did stuff like that.
Yeah, so it seems that the ethos that you had in your Dyspraxics career, you carried that forward to your solo projects. Now, you haven't done too many of those solo projects, really, have you? You've really, in the more recent years, you've been focusing more on your private work, and you got yourself into politics, if my memory serves me correctly.
Yes, politics. Now, that was a bit of an... Now, you fellas out here in rural Wyoming, I don't know if you know about a thing called Brexit. Now, basically, if you listen to the track that you just played before, I have a line where it says, Brexit means Brexit, capiche? Now, back then, I was a bit of a right-winger. I didn't think that Britain being in the European Union was a good idea. And eventually, over time, that sort of festered within me. And in 2019, I had a friend in the local Brexit party, which was a political party back in the day. And they approached me, and they said, Jim, would you like to run as our candidate in St. Helens North? You won't have a chance of becoming a Member of Parliament, but it'd be good for your persona, get your name out there a bit more. And I said, okay. Now, previously, I'd been a bit more of a liberal fella, but I thought they'd got it wrong on Brexit. So I run and I come third, and it's fantastic. But really, I saw the error in my ways soon enough, and before you knew it, I left the Brexit Party after a bit of a disagreement with my old friends, and I rejoined the Liberal Democrats. Now, I've left them now again because I don't want to get involved in politics. It's too much for me to be involved in. If I was going to do it again, I'd run as an independent. I'd run for the Woolly Jim Party, be me, go forward, show the people what they can get. They can get great music, great times, and great fun. Now, that is the platform that I'd want to run on next time.
Well, that is a very interesting thing there, Jim. Wonderful talking to you about your career, your politics, and everything. We're going to be right back right after a few messages from our sponsors. Thank you for listening. Do you long for a time when things were simpler? Do you not like the Democrats telling y'all what you can and can't say? Do you want to keep America great? Well, you can buy George's old-fashioned Wyoming yogurt, endorsed by President Trump himself. So get on down to your nearest truck stop and ask for George. Tell him that George sent you. George's old-fashioned Wyoming yogurt, for people with a simpler taste. Here at Glen Donald Whiskey, we appreciate tradition, and we admire the great American tradition of drink, and we salute the great drinkers of America. My family, we've been brewing this secret recipe in the secret groves of Slough for over 2 generations. We know how to make a fine whiskey, and we know it because of our tradition. So why not give us a try? You won't regret it. Glen Donald Whiskey, from the groves of Slough to your doorstep. Crisp, unadulterated mountains. Fresh snow with nothing but the tracks of the beautiful wildlife. Free hunting licenses and unenforced trophy laws. You can experience all of this firsthand here in the glorious tundras of Siberia. Order your ticket from Cheyenne International Airport today or visit siberiahuntingtoday.ru. Happy hunting, comrade. Hello and welcome back to KDHBRTSL Radio with me, Bob Jenkins, here live at the Rock Hour. We are broadcasting live across the whole of Powell, Wyoming, and the entirety of Park County. Welcome. If you weren't here before the break, you missed a wonderful chat with me and our good friend, Woolly Jim, James Dudley Woolworth, our special guest, former frontman of Dyspraxics, well-respected musician, and politician in the United Kingdom, not the United States, that's this country. He is here, still with us, on the line from his home in St. Helens, England. How you doing, Jimmy? Welcome back.
Oh, don't call me actually, never mind. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm okay. Happy to be here.
Well, that's just wonderful. And so we were talking about your solo career, your politics. Now, I think we should talk about the current virus situation and how you've been dealing with that, how you've been dealing with recording music, how you've been dealing with just general life in this situation that we're in.
Right. How have I been dealing? Well, I'll tell you how I've been dealing with it. I've been doing very basic stuff, I've been making sure that my health's in good check. I've been getting myself tested. I've been going out. I've been seeing things. I've been looking after my sheep. My sheep keep me very, very busy these last few weeks, these last few months, these last few years, really, really kept me going. Because without them, without my good friends, the sheep, I'd be a wreck.
So when you say sheep, do you mean actual sheep with wool that you have?
Yeah, Yeah, of course I do. Why do you think they call me Woolly Jim? It's not because I'm from St. Del... Well, actually, no, it is. No, it's because my name's Woolworth. No, sorry. Yes, I do have sheep, and I look after them. I started my life as a sheep farmer. Now, as I'm saying, if you really want to learn more about this, you've probably not got much time left. You've probably only got about 2 minutes left with me. So, if you really want to find out about the real Woolly Jim, you can go and buy the book Shaving the Wool by James Dudley Woolworth. You can buy it at any good bookstore. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it from my online store, which is at www.woollyjim.co.uk. That's me. Go there. You can buy the book. I don't know how much it is for you fellas, but back home it's only about £20. Very, very cheap price. Very good price. So yeah, buy that and you'll be able to find out about how my dad died, how my brother exploded, and also how my mother bought my first sheep for me. It was a very, very good tale. It's very good for the children. I can read it out to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, moving away from self-promotion and on to what we were talking about in the pandemic, how have you been dealing with it aside from your sheep? Have you been able to record any more songs? Anything cool? Anything that you're working on that you're prepared to tell us about now?
No, not really. I haven't got any tunes in the works. I was going to do something regarding a bit of synth, but something happened with my computer, and I don't really want to risk it anymore. So, no, I haven't got anything coming up for the time being, but we might have something. I think once this pandemic's over, once we're able to go out and have live concerts again, I think that me and the old fellas from Dyspraxics, we might try something. We might try to get a reunion tour or something. Maybe we might even try to get the band back together, make some old music. That'd be fantastic. Excuse me. But really, right now, the only thing I'm focused on is getting through every single day. It can be quite difficult when you're on your own, as I am. Except for my sheep, of course, but they're not people. So, but yeah, I guess I'm okay, and I'm getting through it. And I wish you all the best,
Bob, yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, Wooly, but we're not done quite yet. We got a couple of minutes left. So, is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about? Any advice or anything to young musicians coming up through the ranks?
So for young musicians, I don't know. I wasn't a young musician. I first got into the game in my 50s. So I'll tell you, for all the our fellas out there trying to get a job, trying to make music, remember, all you need is to remember to have fun. That's the main thing about making music, about having fun. The money, the fame, the power, all that nonsense, that's secondary to having fun. That's all I can say to any musician. Even now that I think about it, a young musician, think about that too. It's all about having fun. As long as you have fun, you'll be all right. Well, and you also don't starve. That's also a good thing. So don't quit your day job.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quit mine. I've still got mine.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Wooly. That's been a very enlightening few minutes that we've had together, and I'm sure all the listeners will be really appreciative to hear you today. So, thank you. We say goodbye to you now, Woolly Jim.
Oh, thank you, Bob. It's been wonderful, and I hope to be on the show at some other point in the future.
Well, we hope that we can have you on the show at some point in the near future. Thank you, Wooly. Thank you to everybody who's been listening to this program over the hour or so. We're just about wrapping up now. We got one last song for you from Dyspraxics before we go away. Well, I say it's from Dyspraxics. This is from Woolly Jim and his assortment of associates. Now, this is Shades of Wool. Woolly Jim talked about it before. Very interesting song, very fun, very cool. It's a collaboration between him, Birkenhead Barry, a local rapper, the Whiston Gospel Choir, which is in the name, really, and the Gnome, who he has collaborated with before. So I'm going to play this for you and wish you good night and God bless.
What Woolly Jim Productions? Yo, it's very custom amazing. The lad's asking me for mercy. And before I'm making bed, saying from Birkenhead, oh yeah. Hey lad, you wanna step to the greatest, wanna be a victim? I'll make you be late to stand, I'll tell ya. When it gets dark, you'll see me hanging round the Brenton Park. Now just the other day, at the Pay and Sway, I saw a lad from my school, I think his name was Jay, and there was nothing I could do to control me anger when I remembered what we did when we're down in Bangor. The next thing I knew, he was on the floor. I think I hit him like I was that man Thor, and he looked a bit worse for wear, cause I'd torn out all his hair. Yeah.
Do not trust the bush people. Do not take the gifts, cause I know they're evil. The speaking hieroglyphs. What they give you may be tempting. What happens next will be your ending. To your graves they will be sending. Your mind will never cease mending. Your senses will be offending. Then you'll be worth less than a broken vending machine.
Hey up, it's me, Wally Jim, back at you with another hymn. Don't ask me for a ride in my polo, cause right now you see I'm doing it solo. And now when you finish this track you'll think to yourself, oh my, his talent's so hot it's hazardous to my health. And you know now that I'm the best in the business. When you see me riding up, down in Widnes, you might think the great pain inside of me is gone, but let me tell you, the pain has just begun. The Brexit process is as messy as my quiche. Whatever happened to Brexit means Brexit, you peach. And don't get me started on those goddamn gnomes. They make me want to smash in my own bloody dome. And as you've just heard, the bush people are back, and this time, bite, they do not lack. You've been listening to the legend Wally Jim. The rest of you fools belong in the bin. You could never compare to my intricate rhymes, and that just makes you as sour as a pile of limes.
Yo, see the gnome. It's time you wanna get me from your home, cause I'm back with this little thing to say. I'm not gonna go into dismay, gonna make sure that I'm gonna tell you where to go. I'm gonna make sure I take over your home. You're not gonna get me out here today. No, my bitch knows for me now.